A solid victory for Chelsea. We've done it. We've actually done it. We're actually through to the quarterfinals. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Oh, they had us in the first half. Is what people like to say, but quite frankly, although we didn't have a lot of the possession, which is rare these days for us, because let's be honest, although we love our possession never amounts to nothing with this team. God, I'm lost for words. We've actually done the impossible, more or less, and that is not only scoring a goal, we've scored 2 goals, we've got a clean sheet, and we've beaten Dortmund, who beat us earlier, ending their 10-game win streak. Can you believe it? I don't know what to say. We'll get into the rating, shall we? Kepa, 7. Again, I don't want to go a bit too overboard with these ratings. But a 7 for Kepa. Solid, really solid. In fact, I don't know. I reckon I could give him an 8, you know. I'm just feeling generous today. I'm just throwing out them like fun chips. Do you know what I mean? Numbers, left, right and centre. 8 for Kepa. Purely, I just got a flashback of some of the saves he's made. The free kick and so on. There are a few other ones as well. God, just when he's required to perform, he does. He really does. And just even that save against Royce, unbelievable stuff. Big old squash. Players coming from left and right in the 6-yard box towards the end. And, Bellingham coming close, all sorts, and Kepa just holding his ground. Some comfortable saves in opportunities where it could have gone sideways, to be completely honest with you. The back 3, I think this is fair to say. Cucurella was very much everyone's... everyone was scared. Everyone saw Cucurella on the lineup and thought, "Oh no, not today, please." And I'm here to tell you, still frantic, still an absolute nightmare to watch. Still gives me nightmares. Still gives me, just such panic attacks watching him play. But by Jove, some of his defensive movements, some of his tackles led to chances for Chelsea today. I thought he was I wouldn't say excellent, but I'd say very good indeed. There's one other man on here which you are probably not expecting me to praise, but there is no doubt. Before we get there, Koulibaly, Fofana, both very, very solid. I thought Koulibaly was the more solid of the 3, but more solid of the 2 now in terms of Fofana and Koulibaly. Fofana gave away a couple of free kicks in dicey situations, especially towards the end of the first half. And I just thought, got me worried at times. But Koulibaly held the middle perfectly. I'm guessing we're doing James next. I'll give a 7 to him. I still don't think he's quite himself. I still feel as though he's not quite 100% fit, and that's okay. Got absolutely clattered by Jude Bellingham towards the end of the game. But still did his bits. I'll be completely honest with you. First half, I forgot he was even playing. We didn't see too much of him. But towards the end of the game, he started to flourish, started to do his thing, started to, make passes, make runs, and just overall, again, solid. Not really that many people on the pitch had a bad game. 7 for Kovacic. I've seen people giving him 8s and 9s, to be honest with you, and I quite frankly, I thought he was very reckless in the first half, even parts of the second half. He took the skipper's responsibility and was, harsh. He was physical to say the least. He was very, very influential in that middle, but there were times he'd give the ball away. There were a very large amount of times where he would take too long. He would deliberate, take too long to make the pass, get caught in possession, and then they'd have the counter attack. Thankfully, those back three were there to sew up what he had caused. But given the day, given the occasion, I will be kind in giving him a 7. People might say 6.5. People might even say 7.5 or 8. There's always going to be a bit of a disparity, a bit of discussion to be had regarding the player ratings. As such, there is the comment section for you to battle it out, as you always do. This one's the harsh one. I think 6. I've gone 6 for Enzo. I'm just not feeling it yet. I'm not feeling it. I'm really not feeling it. And believe me, I love me some Enzo Fernandez. I've got animations for him. I've got all sorts. I've got a jingle for him and everything. I want him to do well. I know he will do well. I just don't think that he was the standout player. There were players that played better than him. I just don't think he necessarily had a very good game. I would argue, as I have done here, that he wasn't the worst on the pitch, but not the best. I will say that. Ben Chilwell, the last 2 games, absolutely phenomenal. This game as well. I mean, 2 assists in 2 games. What more can you ask from him? What more can you actually ask from Ben Chilwell? Did he get the assist in the end? He must have done. Surely. I know it doesn't count because there was a deflection off of Royce after his first mishit from Sterling, but still, we're giving it to Chilwell, that assist. Brilliant run, brilliant play from everyone involved in that run. Just brilliant play all together. I have given Sterling and João Felix an 8 and a 7. Purely an 8 for Sterling for scoring and just getting it done. Just getting it done. He had a chance earlier on, and I thought, what are you doing? He loves getting the ball stuck under his feet. And I thought, well, there's a chance gone. There's another chance gone. And then, when it right on the cusp of half time, I don't think I'm sure a lot of you do, but I'm sure some of you don't understand that the momentum change when you score a goal right on half time. Dortmund thought they were done. They thought they were clear for the first half. They thought they made it. And we said, no, sir. Sterling putting it in the back of the net on the second time of trying in that sequence. And purely for the goal alone. And I know that's rather biased or rather, a weird way of doing it, but an 8 for Raheem Sterling. João Felix, a 7. Again, just, he was here, he was there, he was every where. But a 7. I just feel like a 7 suits his game perfectly. We're just throwing 8s out here willy-nilly. I know I was for Sterling a little bit, but still. Now. I just thought he had a good game. If you've watched the player ratings enough, you'll know I give Havertz a 5 every single game. Not because he's played badly, but because he hasn't scored and because I'm sick and tired of Potter playing him up front. But we asked for it and he delivered. Silky German antics, to say the least, from the one, the only, Mr. Kai Havertz. And purely because there's an 8, an 8, an 8, and an 8, I feel it's worthy of a man of the match rating. And I've given Kai Havertz a 9. Whether or not that's necessarily the rating, I do think he was the best. I do think he was the most influential attacking player, at least, for Chelsea today. Scored a fantastic goal that was disallowed because of an offside. Scored a penalty. Eventually, he got there. He got it over the line eventually, and as such, his antics, like I say, causing issues, little elbows, little knees, little this, little that, got us over the line. Kai Havertz, again, always very critical of him, always wanted him to succeed. Champions League seems to be his jam. It seems to be his jam. With that said, Potter, I'll give... Substitutions were a bit dicey, I can't lie. Substitutions were very dicey. But I'll give Potter an 8 out of 10. Subs were dodgy. You could sense, and bless him, you can't blame him for not looking, but at the same time, you're the manager. Believe in the source. Believe. That's all I'm saying. If you don't believe, the fans won't believe. When he's having a penalty for his team to... I know there's a lot of pressure on him, but to be there like this, it says a lot about him. And bless him, I know he's got a lot on his plate. There's a lot going on right now behind the scenes. There's a lot going on in general regarding Graham Potter. But just believe. That's all we're asking. That's all we're asking of you. Just believe in the source, for the love of God. With that said, my name is Harry. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications to be notified of any future content. My YouTube channel, youtube.com/ChelseaFansXI. Match reviews, match previews. Loads more. Podcasts, streams, you name it. I hope to see you there. I hope to see you in the next video. Stay safe. All the best. My name is Harry. Up the Chelsea. We're through. And peace.